Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to show you a business invoice, but I'll show you in 4 different programs and I'll go over the pros and the cons of each program. So if you have an online business or a physical business where you have to generate business invoices for your clients or your customers, this video is for you. Now, this is not a tutorial on how to design each invoice in each program. If you want us to design these invoices from scratch, I will create separate tutorials for that. This is just to go over the same invoice in 4 different programs and to cover the pros and the cons so that you can select the one that works best for you. If you want to skip all of this and just go ahead and purchase this invoice, I will leave links in the description box below so you can go ahead and purchase it. But if you just want to see the pros and cons of each of these invoices, stay tuned. So the programs I'm going to show you today, the first one is Canva. We have Google Docs, Google Sheets, and the last is a PDF. All right, so we'll start with Canva. Canva by far is the most customizable, I would say easiest to use when it comes to creating designs. This is a minimalist invoice that has very basic design elements. But as far as creating something that is a little more jazzed up, so if you want to add more things to your invoice, making it less minimalist, Canva is the best option across the board. Here's what the invoice looks like. We have the business name at the top, your address, customer information, description of the services, and thank you for your purchase message here. All right, so starting from the top, if you were to use this on a daily basis for your business, you would already populate this place with your logo, your business name, and the services. So this would be set to go. You wouldn't have to change it every single time. This as well would remain here. The invoice number would change, the date would change, and of course, you'll add your customer information here. So all you need to do is type the name, the address, email address, and the phone number. So very straightforward, very easy to use. The next part is the description. And again, this is in the form of a table, so you can easily change what you need. So you can change the numbers here, you can delete this and add yours however way you want. You can change the colors if you want. If you have a specific font that you use for your business, you can upload it into Canva and add it to your design. So this is the most customizable option. And then your quantity and your cost. And of course, you would have to add these totals up using a calculator. If you wanted to add borders to make it a little bit more designed, you can change the colors of this portion to whatever you want. You have options. You can delete this if you don't want to have a border. You can change the color of the actual invoice to maybe something more plain or maybe something subtle, but with a different color. So the pros of Canva is that you can create this with a free version of Canva. There is a pro version. You can use the pro version if you're looking to use pro fonts, pro elements, and maybe some of the other functionality like resize that Canva has. And also some download options are only available for pro users. So you'll download this as a PDF and send it along to your client or your customer. So the pros of Canva, you can use it for free, download your invoice as a PDF, and it is the most customizable option that I'm going to go over today. Moving down the list, we're moving downwards as far as the customizability and also the ease of design. This is the same minimalist invoice for Google Docs. Starting with the top, you can add your business name, your logo here, insert image and upload your logo and add it to where you want it to be. So we have a little spot for logo here. One thing that I like about Google Docs that Canva doesn't have is you can use this. So this is called a smart chip. The other option is the drop down. I'll show you how to use both of them. So the first one I use here is the date option. So once you have this smart chip added, each time you're going to customize this invoice for your client, all you have to do is click on date and change the date. So that way you're not typing in the date every single time and exactly the same format that you want. So like Canva, you can edit this portion and always have it ready to go so you don't have to type a business address, etc. every single time. You can create a copy that has been fully tailored to your business. When it comes to using the form, just like Canva, you're typing in the customer information here. And the other thing that I want to point out that Canva doesn't have the option to do for now is you can use this, what Google Docs calls dropdown. It's a way to create presets, selectable tabs that you can choose instead of typing all the time. So let's say, for example, you had a coaching program and you offered 3 different services, 12-week coaching program, a client, and a clean out. You can create this drop-down tab and you can just select it. So instead of typing, you can select cleanse, coaching program, and you can create this drop down across the entire table. So I only have it for 2 here, but you can certainly add it for the rest. What's nice about this, of course, is going to save you time because you're just selecting what you need, and it is very consistent. If you want them to have different colors, you have the option of changing the colors here. I really like this option. It gives you this additional professional look, and the fact that it's saving you time by selecting what you need, this is something that Canva doesn't have. So this is one point for Google Docs, although I would say Canva is by far my favorite when it comes to designing, just because you have so many options for Canva. Now, with Google Docs, just like with Canva, you put in your quantity and your cost. You do have to calculate using a calculator to create the total amount. And of course, down here you have your thank you message that you might want to include for your clients. Or moving on to the third option, we have Google Sheets. It's just like Google Docs. It is free, it is web-based, and so easy to use. We're going downwards when it comes to how much we can customize. But the truth is they're very similar when it comes to the limitations that they have compared to something like Canva. Now, this is the same invoice. It looks different because this is Google Sheets, but this is what it looks like if you are ready to print it out. So as you can see, it looks just like the one that was designed in Google Docs or in Canva. It's a little bit more difficult because you have to change the sizes of the different columns to fit what you need and to place everything exactly where you want. But once you do that once, all you're really doing is adding your specific business information, swap this image out for your own business logo, and of course, name, address. You would type this out for your clients here. And then you can type out your services like you would in Google Docs. What I like about Google Sheets, of course, it's a spreadsheet. So you can change the prices and it automatically calculates it for you. So that is a huge plus. If you don't want to make any errors, you're not losing a lot when it comes to design because, I mean, look at this invoice and look at the invoice we have for Google Docs. They're basically the same when it comes to what it looks printed. So the pros of Google Sheets is the fact that you can easily add the cost without worrying about making a mistake. And you're not losing a lot when it comes to the design. It still looks nice, it still looks professional. All right, so now the last but not the least is a PDF. This option is basically the PDF form of the Canva or the Google Docs design. Now, when you create a document in Canva or in Google Docs, you can download it as a PDF. What I did was I took that same PDF and I put it into Adobe Acrobat because I use the Adobe products, so I have a paid version. So this might not be available for you if you don't have that subscription. However, there are other options that you can use to make your PDF fillable. Those programs work, but they have limited functionality compared to, of course, Adobe Acrobat. So what I did was I took that PDF and I made this field fillable. You can change the name here. All of these information is customizable. This is by far the most limited option, but it's great if you want something that's very, very straightforward. You're not worried about changing colors or style. You just want something that's ready to go. Your information is already there. What I like about using Adobe, unlike the other free options to make your form fillable, is that you can create something like you would in Excel, meaning that you can edit the properties of this field and make them calculate for you. So let me show you an example. So let's say I have for number 2, I'm going to skip the description to save time, but I have 2 options here and they're 500. Cost $500. You can see that it automatically calculates 1,000, and this also updates to 2,000, and the total due is also updated. So you can treat this like an Excel spreadsheet. You can say thank you for your purchase here, and maybe add something else you might want to add here. So this invoice, along with the Canva invoice, the Google Docs invoice, and the Google Sheets option are all available as a bundle for sale. If you want to check out the link below to purchase it, so that way you have all options available for you. I'll have the link to my digital shop and you can go ahead and purchase it. That's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I will be creating tutorials on how to create each and every single one of this invoice. So I'll create a tutorial for Canva, for Google Docs and Google Sheets, and also how to make it fillable using Adobe Acrobat for those that have a subscription. One way to support my channel would be to subscribe. It's free. And if you want to purchase this, like I said before, it's another way to support this channel. It will be available in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.